Hey, this is TJ from TJOnTheRoad.com. I'm coming to you with exciting anticipation of the upcoming release of the Boss SY1000 guitar synthesizer. Anybody that knows me knows I'm very into guitars and I'm very into guitar synthesizers. So what I've decided to do today is go ahead. I'm going to do a permanent mount onto my Schecter C1 guitar of the Roland GK3 pickup. So I'm going to go over how to do that, a little tutorial, some of the challenges that I went through to get this done, and then in a couple weeks I hope to get the SY1000, and I'll be doing a series of videos on that. So please subscribe to this channel if you're interested in checking that out. Let's have a look at mounting the GK3 pickup. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take this guitar and we're going to add on to it a Roland GK3 MIDI pickup, a hexagonal pickup, and we're going to mount it on the guitar, and we have to make some modifications to the bridge pickup, more specifically the ring around the pickup, so that the hexagonal pickup will fit in between the bridge and the actual EMG bridge pickup here. Now you may ask yourself, do I need to do that? No, you don't always need to do that with every guitar. Most guitars, you should be able to fit that in that space, but this particular one is very tight in here, and we're going to do a quick mod. Now I could use another guitar to mount this on here, but there's a reason why I want to use this particular one, because this guitar has a Sustainiac pickup in it, an infinite sustain. That's going to be really great when I go to use synthesizers and so forth, MIDI devices with this guitar. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is the GK3 pickup. Okay, and it's a little controller here. Now the pickup itself has 6 little pickups in it. It's called a hexagonal pickup for the 6 there, and they are supposed to line up with each individual strings on the guitar. Okay, and there's different ways to mount these on different guitars. Okay, in this particular case, I'm going to mount this one on the end of the guitar, okay, with the strap hook here. Now what you can do, it comes with this plate here in the package, and I've taken the wire that comes out of it and I wrapped it around inside the mount there, and whoops, get in there. Okay. And now I need to screw it on. It comes with all the parts that you need, so we get these little screws in here. Alright, so we got that screwed on in there. Okay, there's another screw here. And now I've unscrewed the strap hook here, and I'm just going to slide this into the strap hook, into that space, and I'll secure it. Alright, nice and snug. Not too tight, you don't want to strip that obviously, but nice and snug in there. And now I have the wire that goes just beyond the bridge, so you should be able to fit that in there nicely, and we want to get that placed in there. Now you'll see, if I just try to slide this in here, well, it's not going to really fit properly because it's supposed to be flush against the wood. Okay, so it doesn't fit properly, and it basically cuts off the strings and so forth. So we're going to have to fix that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I need to make a hole here and here. Now I took out both screws and I verified that there is wood underneath here for me to screw into. It goes roughly about here on each side of the middle screw here that holds the pickup in place. Okay, so I need to screw into here and into here. And one little trick I want to do is I don't want to screw too deeply into the guitar, so I put a little piece of tape around there and I measured with the old screw how deep that it should go. So I'm not going to go too deep there. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but I'm not going to go too deep in there to make sure it fits properly. All right, now I'm going to put the screw back in here to make sure the pickup ring stays in place. Alright, so that's there. Let's do a drilling here. Wish me luck. Alright, that's one success. Let's try the other side here. Alright, both sides successful. Alright, so the next thing we have to do is we have to take the pickup ring off, and we're going to cut it just along the same point where the pickup meets here, and then we're going to re-screw it in and the screw holes that I already just made. So let's try that out. Alright, so I got the pickup ring off, and we take a look at the back here, and I got my handy dandy clipper tool here. So what I want to do is I want to try to cut this right here. Alright, and I want to try to be as gentle as possible so hopefully it doesn't crack. Alright, I mark my spot, get it with both hands. Alright, that looks good on the one side. Now get it on the other side. There we go. Got two pieces there. Alright, now the edges are a little funky, so I'm going to sand those a little bit. Alright, so I got a sanding block. We're going to sand that nice and smooth there. Now while I went and got the sanding block, I did notice that this hole didn't quite make it here, so I moved it out just a little bit, and that should be good there. So let's do a little bit of sanding. Okay, with the sandpaper, what I did is I smoothed out these edges here. Okay, that way, and, when I palm mute, it's not going to cut into my fingers there, or cut into my palm. And here I'm just dry fitting it before I screw it together. And now that hexagonal pickup is going to fit nicely in there. No problems. Nice fit, tight fit. I like that. Okay, so I had the pickup ring mounted back on. Now I can still see the holes, the old holes here. So later on I'm going to probably come back and put a little bit of wood filler in there and touch them up with a marker so you can't see them. But for today, I'll just leave it there like that. Now let's slide this back in here and see how well it fits. Ah, that's perfect. Nice. Very nice. That's a nice fit right inside there. So next we're going to mount the pickup. So we're going to have to drill holes here and here into the guitar. And then we have a little bit of a spring mechanism that comes with the Roland JK3, so we can set the height properly and adjust it as we need to. Okay, so I'm going to mark the holes for drilling, and I'm going to be very careful to make sure there's still enough play on the tremolo, the Floyd Rose here. So I'm going to push it as far close to the bridge pickup as possible. And get a pencil and I'm going to mark the holes. Pull that out. Alright, so I got the hole marked there and there. Okay, you'll see in the GK3 kit, it gives you a spring and it gives you a screw. Okay, so again, I'm going to measure the screw to how far it goes in there with the spring. And that will go in here, in there like that, and then that there, and that way you can control the depth. Alright, so I got my drill bit here, I got it taped off for the depth. Now before I do this, I just want to mention you don't necessarily need to permanently mount on your guitar. You can use double-sided tape in here if you want to. There are positives and negatives with that. Positives obviously is you don't have to permanently mount it. Negatives is that it's double-sided tape and it may or may not last. Oftentimes, you know, if your hand gets sweaty in here and often like that, sooner or later you're going to have to retape it. But we're going to do a permanent mount for this video. So wish me luck here. Okay, in order to get this in, I loosened up the strings. I had to move the pickup out a little bit. And I blocked the trem. So that won't be moving. I got the first one in. And now we're going to get the second one in. These things are always a little bit fun to work with. Let me get a screwdriver here. And it'd probably be easier if I took the strings off. But I'm lazy. And these are a new set of strings, so I don't want to waste them. Alright, so I got the second one in. We're going to button all this up. Okay, so we're just about all done. I've got the pickup mounted, and here I've got it spring-loaded okay. And as before, the ring all cut so it fits all nicely. Just one more thing I'm going to do after I complete the video. The alignment of the strings over the pickup, it's not 100% perfectly centered, so I'm going to play with that and try to move the pickup a bit more towards the bass side. So hey, that's it. Just a quick tutorial on how I mount it to my Schecter C1, the GK3 pickup. I think it looks awesome. Matches the guitar really nicely. Now I'm not a professional luthier, so if you think you need some help, too scared to try this on your own, please do find a luthier in your area to do this job for you. Can't wait to get the SY1000 coming out in a couple weeks. I do expect to do a lot of tutorial videos on guitar synthesis and synthesis in general for guitar players, so please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for your support. Check out tjontheroad.com, and thank you so much for watching.